Hello everybody, welcome to the Rainbow Six Siege IQ Guide. Why support players are better. Let's get into this video, and I hope I can help you out with your Siege struggles. So make sure you like and subscribe before this video starts. Let's go.
What we do here is go back.
Like I mentioned in the title, why support players are better, the first topic I want to bring up in this video is why a negative support player is better than a negative fragger. So let's go. So this is an example I came up with in my head. Imagine someone on Warden and they are 1-8 on match point, and they die instantly in the round. And then we have another player that's 1-8 as well. He's a bandit. He was able to stop the enemy team from pushing main breaches, let's say on Oregon, the attic wall and the main wall. With that, he gets killed. What did more for the team? The Warden that did nothing, or the bandit that uses utility to stop a push? And that is exactly why a negative support player is better. A lot of the times, most of the people I've played with that are on frag and they're not doing well in a match, they don't use their utility. And that is one of the main parts of the game. If you don't know, if you're just running around shooting people, let's say Aruni DMR, let's say Dokkaebi, then what are you doing? You're not using the calls. The calls are so good. If you can call someone, then you can potentially swing them and get a kill. I want to take a part in this video where I show an example of some stats. So here's my friend. Brett is here. He primarily plays support. He has a really good game sense. His gun skill's not the best, but he's taking the time to use his utility, and he's playing operators that help the team out, and he's actually using their gadgets and abilities, and he knows how to play them. I would take that 10 times over anyone that plays frag and just doesn't do anything. I mean, that's obvious. Now let's look at my friend Sam, who this video is primarily about. As you can see, he plays Dokkaebi, IQ, and Aruni the most, and he does not use their utility, gadgets, or anything. He just plays them for the gun. It would be one thing if he was going negative like the past 5 games he has, and he was playing support. But one thing that strikes me really bad is that he is playing frag ops and not using their utility. That is where people struggle in this game. Let's dive deeper into that 1-7 game on Chalet at the top of the screen. These are the first 6 rounds. IQ, Maverick, Goyo, Aruni, and Aruni. Now, it would be one thing if he was actually using his abilities with these guys, but he wasn't. And as a matter of fact, he didn't know how to use Maverick's torch. He's almost a level 150, and he don't know how to use the torch. He needs to learn to use the gadgets. And if he doesn't do this, he's gonna remain being made fun of and not being able to play with. Simple as that. Now this brings me to my next point. Rainbow Six Siege is not a gun game. It is a mix of gun skill and utility. If you're playing this game just for the gun, then this is not for you. That's why you're stuck in copper or bronze. Just because you like a certain gun doesn't mean you get to not use your utility and gadgets. Your utility is important for every part of the game, from the beginning to the end. Let's say Mute Jammer. You are sitting in dorms and it's a 1v1 and they're trying to drone you and they can't because you're in a drone and you have a Mute Jammer. Or let's say a Night Haven, you have a Aruni on the second floor on blue and barbed. As soon as they hit the Aruni, they lose a lot of health, and then they have to trample through the barb, and then they die, and you win. That is the reason why you need to use your gadgets and abilities, because they're there for a reason. Yes, there is guns that are better than others, which doesn't mean you shouldn't play those operators, but what you have to do is know how to use the utility, and that will make you so much more of a useful player. Now let's move on to my third reason why support players are better. Let's go. Yes, you read that right. Learn every operator. This makes it much more easier if you're just starting off, that you're so versatile that you're going to be better all around for your teammates in low rank lobbies. Now, if you've played for a while and you're like level 100 plus and you don't know how to play every operators, then that you might want to go back and learn, because that is one of the most important things. You need to know how to branch out. A lot of people pick mains, and that's not something you should do in this game, because maybe they have a good gun or something, but still, you shouldn't do that, because every operator is different and it's situational, and that is very important in this game. You can bring an Aruni everywhere, but some places it's not good, and so you need to learn and branch out. And getting upset over someone playing your main, quote unquote main, that is just ridiculous. And I've ran into that, and that ended up team killing my teammates because of that. And that is just, you wonder why we don't play with you, and that's the thing. People that I've ran into that have played this game need to know that you need to learn callouts. It's going to be hard if you don't know what your teammates are talking about, because you'll end up dead. You'll just be useful. You won't be as useful, and you'll just be useless. And a lot of things I see is a lot of players tend to just, on attack, they just stay outside and just sit outside for a minute and a half or 2 minutes, try to push in, and they're dead. You have to be comfortable in pushing in sight. You need to be less. You need to stop doing as much baiting for a kill. It's all right to bait for let's say 30, or not even 30, like 20 seconds. You're on a window. You get it. It's not going to be like that every game where you get to pick off like that. But you shouldn't bait the whole round. You need to push with your teammates. You have to actually be comfortable and confident in your game. And one last thing I have for this video is actually take time to practice recoil, movement, holding angles. That is one of the most key things. Your positioning matters. You can play anyone, but you need to know, you're not going to die as much if you have good positioning, and it just makes you smarter and makes you better at the game. So make sure you're in aim labs. Make sure you're warming up before you queue into a ranked match, so you're not dead weight for the team. It takes a while, but that's the game. You're gonna progress if you take the time to actually practice. You don't practice makes perfect. But that's all for today's video. Rainbow Six Siege IQ Guide #1. Habs96 8 out.